All right. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Really appreciate it. My name's Jeff Houtz. I'm a senior relationship manager here at PayTrace. Today with me, I have Mary Miller from PayTrace and Jacob Pepper from Fidesic. For those of you who don't know them, would you two mind introducing yourselves and your roles?
Absolutely. My name is Jacob Pepper. I am the partner marketing manager here at Fidesic. We are an accounts payable automation ISV in the Business Central space, and I'm joined today with the PayTrace team.
I'm Mary Miller, the Director of Marketing at PayTrace, and we're really excited about our partnership with Fidesic and how everything is shaping up in the Business Central community.
Yes, thank you both so much. Really appreciate it. Again, thank you all for joining us. We're here to talk about our relationship between PayTrace Fidesic and the upcoming Directions North America conference. Both PayTrace and Fidesic will be attending and exhibiting at Directions North America this year. Jacob, Mary, what can partner attendees expect to learn from each of your teams this year?
Absolutely. Partners can expect really practical, real world conversations from Fidesic. We're just trying to help partners understand how to position AP automation in a way that resonates with finance teams and not necessarily just talk through features. So it's just all about just positioning AP automation, pairing that with maybe the full AP AR, and also just talking with partners and learning from others just how to be a better partner. And I guess so, yeah, just all things partnerships in AP. So
Thanks, Jacob. And from an AR perspective, as PayTrace has really extended the value with our AR automation and embedded finance, embedded payments within Business Central, we have learned a ton from partners at Directions and throughout the course of the year and working with their clients about the types of enhancements they want to see within our solution for AR automation for Business Central, which is called Trace AR. So people can learn more about that while they're at Directions. Also, you'll be able to find us in the expo hall. Plus, we'll be having a session on Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock that will feature not only the solutions that we're going to be able to help people with, but also the challenges that people face, the real world issues, the costs that they're impacted by, and the things that they need to overcome with real world case studies and examples as part of that as well. And of course, we want to see a demo, stop by the booth at any time. So really it's about extending the value and telling that whole story. Like Jacob mentioned, AP and AR are two sides of the same coin. Companies need both. So you really want to work with partners that understand each other's solutions and how those all fit directly within Business Central.
Awesome. Thank you both so much. A couple more questions here for you with the upcoming end of life around Microsoft Dynamics GP. With that, coming up on the horizon and GP users starting to migrate to a new solution, what trends or challenges are you seeing with your customers?
So we're seeing a big increase in urgency, but there's also a lot of hesitation around migrating from GP to BC. So customers know that they need to move off of GP, but they're worried about things like disruption, cost, and making sure that they get their implementation right. And where Fidesic helps is simplifying the part of the transition. So we've removed a lot of the AP complexity early on, so finance teams can see immediate value in BC. And yeah, so I would just say that it's just a challenge of just wanting to get it right, but also do just improve systems as opposed to just having their same system just in a new ERP.
Yeah, and I would just add to that, in general, change is hard and it's not a simple migration. And until recently, there haven't really been great tools for customers to move from GP to Business Central. So it is it is starting with a new system. So the learning curve of how are things aligned, translating from GL code structures to dimensions in Business Central, how do those things map? It's really important to work with your partner, your VAR, and your solution providers that you've been within GP for all of this time to then bring those solutions into the Business Central environment and understand what the mapping and the differences look like, but also really train your team to get your partner to understand what their gaps in knowledge and learning are as well. So getting everybody on the same page and Directions is a great place to do that. Getting everybody on the same page, training people, networking, learning how other companies are doing it, and learning how their clients are really overcoming the same types of challenges.
Yeah, so true. And along with that, these migrations knowing that they can be, sometimes lengthy, have a lot of nuances depending on the business type and their needs and, what they're looking to accomplish with software. What do you see as some important callouts for introducing ISV solutions such as yours within the BC or Business Central sales cycle?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I've noticed is that the biggest thing is like timing and positioning. So the best partners aren't waiting until after go live to bring in ISVs. They're introducing them early and as like part of the overall solution. So for us, it's not just like here's another tool. It's here's how like we've reduced manual work, improve controls, and make your BC investment actually pay off. And when that like a message is like tied to like business outcomes and like not features, I find that it's like the sales cycle like moves a lot like smoother. So it's just definitely just like bringing them in as like part of the implementation and framing them as part of the
Mm-hmm.
solution. So
Yeah, I completely agree, Jacob. And I think that one of the things that is also important for people to consider is that what they were doing in GP or in other systems, they had those situations, those implementations, those systems in place for a reason. You're not just going to start fresh with something else and go, well, if it doesn't do it, we'll figure it out, right? You need to know like what's available to you. And so to your point of bringing the solutions in earlier in the process and not waiting until after go live, I think of it as, in the on-prem world, we would think of it as the phase one, phase two kind of things. Like, what do we absolutely have for phase one, have to have? But now there's so many things that you can't live without. And because you've become dependent on those solutions within the application that you're already using, you don't want to start fresh with something else and have to start over. So really considering that full scope of what are we doing today? What are the gaps in Business Central and where do I need to fit those? And if I've already got a solution there in my other environment, then why not bring with what we know, what we trust, what we already know works. So definitely working with your partner to find what works and stick with it.
So back to directions and kind of the environment to expect. What makes Directions North America so unique for discussing these types of questions that I've had and other issues in the Business Central community?
yeah, absolutely. I think Directions is a really unique event. So this will be my third time attending. My first time was in San Diego back in 2024. So I'm really, it's just, and I will say just like after like every year, it's just the conversations get better. There's just really isn't any other event where you can just get direct FaceTime with like BC partners or just like people in the community, community who like you're working with. And I would just say it's just
Mhm.
like a great environment to like just like talk through like strategy, migration, just like see a demo. And yeah, it's
Mhm.
a very honest space. And I think it just being for BC partners only, it really keeps it that way. And yeah, and there's a lot of advanced networking opportunities as well with partners. So I would definitely say that,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just like overall, just it's a great vibes, great people, and just a lot of like learning and just, yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree, Jacob. And I think another thing, knowing that it's just partners and ISV solution providers in this space that we're not bringing our customers. We all love our customers, but when we're there with a customer, it changes the dynamic, it changes the discussion, it changes the types of use cases that we're going to talk about if we're bringing a customer to talk with a partner or a solution provider than if we're talking with that partner directly. So we really can have more open conversations and the direct access to Microsoft, hearing directly from Microsoft about what's coming specifically from a partner community, how it's going to affect the partner program, how it might evolve a line of business that they're either expanding on or starting in some cases. There are a lot of partners that come to Directions that are new to the BC space, just like many customers are new to the BC space. Partners have to stay a step ahead and learn firsthand from each other and directly from Microsoft and the rest of the community in terms of how
Mhm.
all the solutions that are presented and available at Directions in the community are going to really help their customers.
Yes, love that. Same here for sure. Looking forward to learning and about other solutions out there in the space. But certainly, if you're spending time with us today, we'll be happy to chat with you about automated AR and AP embedded right within Business Central and how to improve your payments moving forward. So thank you, Mary, so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Jacob, as always, thank you so much for your time as well. And we look forward to seeing you at Directions North America.